What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, they're going to be talking about what is the greatest rivalry in the NBA. So let's see what they have to say.
Giannis was dominant in last night, but you won't hear him bragging about it via the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Here's what he said about Joel Embiid naming himself as the most unstoppable player in the NBA. If he believes he's the most unstoppable player in the NBA, that's good for him. Obviously, he's a really, really good player. He's hard to guard. He's a hard player to guard. I think, like other people should say that about you, you don't say that about yourself. Okay, it's been a great rivalry between these two, and we'll just look at the numbers from this season. Giannis getting the better of Embiid in points in the series overall this season, 2-1, and then Embiid leads in assists, and they're tied in rebounds. All right. Will, you want to start us off on this?
Sure.
Okay. Is Giannis versus Embiid the best rivalry in the NBA right now?
No, it's not the best rivalry. It's a little bit like Giannis himself. I love Giannis. He's the next best thing, but don't skip the word next. Giannis and Embiid might be the next best rivalry, but you got to honor what is. And the best rivalry in the NBA is really, well, it's Steph versus LeBron. I think we want it to be KD versus LeBron, but I don't want to see another video of them holding towels over their mouth and talking about what comes next. I mean, that's a debate over who's the best player in the NBA. But rivalry, like who's going to take this?
How do we know they were talking about what comes
I don't know.
How do we know they weren't talking about meeting up at Roscoe?
Well, stop being cute. How about that? Stop being cute.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm just saying, they could have been talking, we're going to meet up at Roscoe's. That's all I'm trying to say.
So Will Kane is correct. They were trying to be cute and manipulating the press. But I would say some of the best rivalries today would be Kevin Durant and Westbrook, for everything that happened between them. Obviously, Embiid and the Greek Freak, they were just now talking about them. LeBron James and Steph. I would say them because at one point, Steph was supposed to be going to be the face of the NBA about a couple years ago. And so Steph is creeping up on having more rings than LeBron James right now. They both have 3. And Steph was about to pass him up. So that's going to be kind of awkward to say LeBron James is the GOAT and the best player in the NBA. And he's getting passed up by players with rings. Steph is about to pass him up. And Steph's already beat him, 3 times? And then the next rivalry would be Kevin Durant and LeBron. Kevin Durant, he's about to get his 3rd ring. He's about to have just as many rings as LeBron James. And some people are saying right now Kevin Durant is better than LeBron James. If he gets his 3rd ring, that's going to be a problem for LeBron. That's not going to look too good at all. And it might be part of the reason why he wants Kevin Durant to come to Los Angeles and play with him. If Kevin Durant was smart, he would say no, because if they win a ring together, that means whatchamacallit will get 4, and he'll stay ahead of Kevin Durant, or they would tie. So I wouldn't go with them. And another final rivalry would be James Harden and the playoffs, because James Harden cannot beat the playoffs. He just can't get over that hump. So it is what it is. But let's keep going.
Go ahead. They know they were being cute.
All right.
They know it. I want a little bad blood. I don't want cuteness, and that's the point. And that's why Steph and LeBron is still the best rivalry in the NBA.
Go ahead, Max.
Steph and LeBron was never really a rivalry. It looked like it was going to be, but LeBron was by so much superior to Steph and showed that when they matched up, when the two teams matched up. Steph required so much more with him to compete with LeBron, and then by the way, still lost. Like went 6 games when LeBron was by himself, and then when LeBron got his crew back the following year, lost at home to him.
Yeah, Max, but you can say the same thing with Steph. You can say Steph wasn't firing on all cylinders when LeBron James beat him, because the second time he went to the finals, Steph was shooting like garbage. Iguodala was hurt. Draymond Green was suspended, and I think their center was hurt too. I think it was Bogut. He was hurt. So Steph Curry didn't have everything he needed, just like LeBron James didn't have everything he needed. So you can look at it both ways. So let's keep going.
In spite of the fact that they won 73 games. And then they got Kevin Durant, and, that was it. You add Kevin Durant to that side of the equation. What if you're giving LeBron Kevin Durant? We wouldn't even be talking about.
But see, now, Max, you're talking about hypotheticals. What if LeBron James had Kevin Durant? He doesn't, and probably won't. So that's not anything you can argue. But what smashes your argument is that Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, they won before Kevin Durant got there. They got a ring before he got there. Like Draymond already told them when they were sitting on the bench. So you can't say, oh, Golden State just blew up when they had Kevin Durant. They already beat LeBron James the first time around. So that argument is smashed. So let's keep going.
Steph right now. So it's never really been a rivalry. Embiid versus Giannis is the best rivalry in basketball, period. Anywhere. Harden, Steph, however you want to do it, KD, LeBron. It is Embiid versus Giannis. It is unclear whose team is going to have more success going forward. And Embiid is the dominant big, along with AD, in basketball. The only reason he's not an MVP candidate is because of his health. Otherwise, he is playing at MVP levels. He's taken that jump. And Giannis, talk about positionless basketball. He goes up against Ben Simmons, the point guard, and Embiid, the center. It's like Magic Johnson when he jumped against Darryl Dawkins at center in Game 6 of the Finals and gave him 42. But he's doing it like actually playing him all game during the regular season. Simmons is still a baby, can't deal with Giannis. But Embiid is, those two are going back and forth in a clash of the titans. And just because the game is played differently nowadays, don't get it bent. This is a battle of the bigs. These are 7-footers. When was the last time two guys that evenly matched at the very top of the sport with evenly matched teams and the future at stake been going at it like this? 43, 13, 6, and 5 from Giannis. And why don't you go take a look at Embiid's stat line? This is amazing, and I'm glad we're alive to see it.
So those guys are some hogs, some 7-footers up there battling out. They're just absolutely great athletes. I mean, 7-footers moving around like that, it's crazy. So let's keep going.
For me, I just look at things differently. Like, for example, when I think about Joel Embiid, I see a center. When I think about Giannis, I see a small forward that's 7 feet tall. So I don't view them the same. It's just a personal preference. I'm not judging anybody who thinks differently, but I just feel that way. When I think about rivalries, I also think about drama. Unfortunately, there's no real substance to my argument because the Lakers are not in the playoffs this year. Mm-hmm. But if they were, let's say, for example, if they were in the same conference, my favorite would be Kyrie versus LeBron. And it's not really about the positions or whatever. It's about how one would be out trying to outshine the other because of all the residue of what happened a couple of years ago in Cleveland.
So for me, I would not say LeBron and Kyrie is a big rivalry. I know they had, a thing going on between each other, how they don't like each other. But to say it's not like they're fighting for a championship. So if one person wins, the other person wins a ring or something like that. I just feel like LeBron James is a little bit more ahead than Kyrie because even when Kyrie left, he went to Boston. He had his chance to do whatever he wanted to do to Cleveland, and he was hurt. So he kind of missed a chance to get even with LeBron James. And as a matter of fact, I think if Kyrie was playing, and I think one other person, I forgot who it was for Boston that was out, if Kyrie was playing and that other person was playing, they would have beat Cleveland last year. Because I think last year I went to, Game 7, if I remember correctly. And they were on the verge of beating LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, but they just didn't have enough to get over that hump. And LeBron got lucky. He got lucky because how bad would that have looked to get beat by the guy that left your team because he didn't want to deal with you? And here you get beat by him, shut down by him in the playoffs to make it to the finals. Oh, that would have been a crazy plot. So let's keep going, see what they have to say.
Cleveland. Like, even though they get along or whatever, you know what the storyline would be if they were going up against one another. You know everybody would be reminded about how they were once teammates. You would be reminded about how Kyrie wanted his own team and wanted the headlines and his own shine and all of this stuff that has been written about him. And you know that even though they ain't going to try to lose anyway, he would be going all out to win a series against LeBron if they were going up against one another because of those things that I just mentioned. So when I think about rivalries, it's not just about your talents. It's about what the sizzle is. Why am I interested